Good morning and welcome to the Porch program this morning. We've got a little video here that I think you guys will enjoy. Now, I want to apologize for the air conditioner and the fan that we have going this morning. Probably going to pick up some noise off of those, but in this office, it's kind of a must in this hot weather to have a air conditioner and a little fan going. So we'll just have to live with it, guys. So let me talk to you about what the video is going to be about. We do some gun restoration here at the Porch in our gunsmithing shop, and we've been working with different types of refinish work for several years now. We've done Cerakote, we've done hot blue, we've done niter blue, we've done cold blue, we've done just regular painting, and we're trying some new stuff because we've got several guns in the queue to get redone. To make a long story shorter, is we just restored an old black powder pistol, an old muzzle loader single shot, and I've had it laying around the shop here for probably 30 years. We hung it on the wall in the house for a while, but it's been mostly laying around the shop. Bought it 30 years ago, going to restore it, and hadn't got around to it. But because we wanted to try some new refinishes on this particular gun before we started working on some customer stuff we've got to do, we just thought, well, we'll use this old gun. We'll see how this turns out. And if it turns out good, we may have some new techniques or processes and finishes that will work for customer work, as well as I do a lot of my own gun restoration and refinishing. But having said that, we're going to move into the video here in a few minutes, and I'm not showing every detail of this process because it's too involved and it'd make the video very long and it probably would be boring. Now, I am going to touch it at what I'd call the 30,000-foot view. We're just kind of going to go over what we did and let you guys see the progression of it without seeing it in full detail and taking up a lot of your time, and let you see a before and after. And it'll give you an appreciation for what you can really do when it comes to restoring old guns and stuff. Now, I'm going to quickly say this. I love restoring stuff, guns, cars, motorcycles. It don't matter to me. I love restoring stuff. I like taking something that's paid its dues and it's been wore out and bringing it back to its original glory, and maybe sometimes even far better than its original glory. But we're going to show you the work that we were doing. We're going to show you some video of the work happening in the gun shop. And then we're going to come to the end of the video and we'll summarize it. Now, if you will stay to the end, it helps us in the algorithm for one thing if you do that. But the other thing that it'll do, we got like one, two, three, four different finishes on this gun, and I want to take a few minutes to summarize and show you in a little more detail about these finishes and what we learned by them, and show you the gun up close, because this gun turned out really pretty, and let you guys see what is possible. And just a quick note, we have several guns right now we need to restore. Some of them customer guns, some of them my own stuff, and we're going to be showing you guys probably in more detail on the next video of a restoration. Now, we'll do a lot of videos on other stuff first, but we'll do a restore video on a couple of other guns that I'm working on. Okay, let's go ahead and move into the video, guys, and I hope you guys enjoy this. All right. So let's go ahead and re-varnish this. I say varnish it. Let's go ahead and stain this stock. Now we're using some old stain. I don't know how good it's going to do, but it's free, so we're going to try it. And it may be a little dark, but it's a honey color. I got to be careful here not to spill my can of stain. But let's give this a try and see what we think about it. And if it does good, then we'll clear coat over. If it don't, we'll do it over. But I really don't want to do it over again. So let's get at it. Okay, let's take a look at this old barrel. You know, that thing's not really very bad considering that it's been laying around the shop for 30 years. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this guy, polish it down, sandblast it, do the various different things that we think it's going to need. And some of the way we approach it is going to be determined as we go through the process, because you'll see different things you need to do when you're doing one of these, and you may start one way and end up another way. So let's go ahead and get started on this guy and see what we got. Okay guys, we're working on the metal right now. As you can see, we've got the barrel and everything cleaned down to the bare metal, and we're going to do a little bit more work on this rod here. We've got it cleaned up, but we're not right where we want to be. And we've cleaned the brass down. Now we haven't polished this brass yet, but we're going to polish it in the next couple of days. We're just trying to take a lot of the roughness out of this brass. It's cast and it's not real good brass, but it'll be good for this gun. It's just going to be a wall hanger anyhow. But anyway, that's part of it, and it's got some nice designs in it here in a few places, and I like that. And we're just going to blue this or refinish it in the type of blue that we're going to try out. And it's not really a blue, it's a coating, but we're going to try it out. That's a nice piece right there. I'm tempted to niter blue some of this stuff, but it's a lot of work to niter blue just for a wall hanger, so I'm not sure we're going to do that. But there you go. That's where we're at right now, and we'll get back on it in the next day or two. We're just doing this in our spare time, having fun with it. So I think I'm going to wrap her up today. I'm about tired. All right, guys. Talk to you later. So we didn't go with the niter blue on these parts that you're looking at. What we did decide to do, we decided to go with an oil blue, and you heat it with a torch and get that pretty peacock blue, and then you dip it in oil and let it set overnight. And we did that and it came out pretty good. So there's all the parts. We're ready to start putting this thing back together. Okay, let's go ahead and do a summary on this gun and give you guys some close-ups of this gun, talk about the finishes that we did on it and the processes, and try to not spend lots of time here, because I know people have things to do and they can't just sit around and watch videos all the time. Though we like for you to watch ours. Okay, so what we did, let's start with this right here. You see this brass on this gun? We took all this brass and polished it. Show you that right there. And it's not perfect. This gun, the metal in this gun is not super good. It was no cheap uh, wall hangers, what it really is. And we polished the brass out on it. Now here's something that turned out really well that I want to show you for sure, and I hope this camera picks it up. See that peacock blue on that hammer and that side plate? We did that with a torch, and that's a little bit difficult to do, because if you go 1 or 2 seconds too long when you're heating this stuff, it'll turn brown on you instead of that peacock blue, which is what you want on these old antique style guns. And you see the trigger's got that blue on it as well. I'm going to kind of turn it there hoping that it'll show up on the camera. But that takes some talent, takes a little time, because you, like I said, you can go 1, maybe 2 seconds too long and that blue will go away and it'll just turn into a ugly brown is what it does. So anyway, it turned out real good. That's one finish. Now, the other finish I want to talk to you about is on the stock part of it, the wood. We started out doing a catalyzed automotive clear on that because it's chemical resistant and it's really hard. But the first coat or first 3 coats I put on it, really, the wood really sucked it up and it just didn't look very good at all. So what I did is took 400 grit water sandpaper and water sand it back down. And one thing, catalyzed clear is pretty expensive, but I had some just regular old mid wax clear in there that you'd use on furniture. And I thought, I'm going to try that. So I water sanded it down, got it cleaned up again, because it didn't look very good. And then I put this mid wax clear on it with a spray gun. And as you can see the gloss in it. Boy, it's smooth. It feels good in the hand. And it turned out really, really good. We're really proud of that. Now here's something that's a little bit different that we tried. And the jury's still out to me about how I feel about this part of it, but the barrel. Now the barrel, we actually cleaned it up a little bit with some sanders, but then we ran it through our blast cabinet and blasted it so we could get down into all the nooks and crannies. Then I came back and I put a base coat automotive black paint on it. And once that cured to where it needed to or flashed off, which was only a few minutes, then we came back and put 3 coats of automotive catalyzed chemical resistant clear on it. And it's really pretty durable. Not that it matters a lot. This is a wall hanger. Now, would I use that on a functioning gun? No, probably not. But an antique wall hanger, I would, again, because it turned out good. There's one thing I want to point out about that, and I wished I'd have done it. Again, this is an experimental process here. Nearly all of this is. And so some of it's new. We're just going to see if we can use it later on down the line on some other stuff. But the one thing I would have done on this black right here is I would have bought some blue tint and put in my clear. I think it would have given you that blue black color that usually comes with a really good bluing job. And I didn't do that. I was at the paint store and I just forgot to buy the tint. And so I didn't get to do it. But I'd try that again. But overall, if you just want to get right down to it for what this is, I am very pleased with the way it turned out. We're going to put this with our, I call it my pirate sword, but it's actually a Spanish military sword. But we're going to put this with that and hang it on the wall here in the office, because I don't know about you guys, but I like looking at stuff like this, especially stuff that I've done myself. Just I can sit in my office and relax, and I'll actually sit here and look at these guns and just think about how pretty they are and think about what I'd like to do next and some other guns I'd like to be working on. Just makes me feel good. It's an emotional thing. But anyway, guys, again, let that get up close if we can. That thing turned out really good, and I'm really quite pleased with it. But we're going to go ahead and close this video up. Say, listen, if you guys don't mind and you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel. It helps us. Hit the like button. and a comment, and even share if you would. We're at 876 subscribers right now, and we need 1,000 to monetize. And it will help us monetize. I can tell you, I'm spending a lot of money on this stuff, a lot of time, and it really needs to start bringing in some revenue. But if you guys don't mind doing that, that'd help us a whole lot. We appreciate it. We here at the Porch love you guys. May God bless and have a good day.